Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, once said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." But how exactly do you cultivate a way of thinking that not only brings happiness, but also clarity in this increasingly complicated world? Welcome to a video that promises to be your roadmap to mental clarity. 6 lessons on how to think clearly, inspired by Marcus Aurelius. This isn't just a list, it's a toolkit designed to help you cut through the fog of modern life's distractions, biases, and emotional turbulence. Trust me, by the end of this video, you won't look at your own thoughts the same way again. So grab a notepad and get ready for an intellectual adventure that could very well transform the way you approach life's challenges. Are you ready to unlock the Stoic secrets of clear thinking? Then let's dive in. First lesson, practice objectivity. In a world inundated with constant noise, emotional triggers, and varying degrees of chaos, maintaining a clear perspective is easier said than done. It's incredibly easy to become swept away by our biases, hopes, fears, and emotional attachments. But Marcus Aurelius offers us a different path, the path of objectivity. Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth, Marcus Aurelius once mused. These words aren't just philosophical musings. They hold the secret to achieving mental clarity. To practice objectivity is to strive to see things as they are, stripped of personal biases and emotional coloring. It's about removing the foggy lenses of subjective perception and replacing them with the clear glass of impartial observation. Why is this important? Emotionally charged decisions often lead to regret, while biased perspectives can cause us to make errors in judgment. When we view situations purely on the basis of what we hope or fear they might be, we're not seeing them for what they actually are. This misperception can lead to missed opportunities, unnecessary complications, and a host of other problems that could have been easily avoided. Let's say you're facing a challenging decision at work or in your personal life. The Stoic approach would be to detach yourself from the situation emotionally and look at it as if you were an outsider. What are the facts? What is within your control? What possible outcomes could occur based on different actions you might take? By looking at the situation through the lens of objectivity, you can then make a decision that's not only well-informed, but also free of the potential havoc that emotional entanglement could wreak. But achieving objectivity is not a one-time effort. It's a habit that needs to be cultivated. Every day presents new challenges and emotionally charged situations. Marcus Aurelius wrote his Meditations as a form of self-reflection, constantly challenging his own viewpoints and striving to see things more clearly. You can do the same by practicing mindfulness, questioning your immediate reactions, and seeking out different perspectives to challenge your own viewpoints. As you begin to make objectivity a daily practice, you'll notice an increasing clarity in your thoughts and decisions. You'll become better at problem solving, more tolerant of differing viewpoints, and more effective in your actions. Ultimately, you'll be embracing the Stoic principle of living in accordance with reason, the highest good and the pathway to true mental clarity. So, as you venture forth into the complexities of life, remember this Stoic lesson. Objectivity is the sword that cuts through the tangled web of emotional and biased thinking, setting you on a clear path toward virtue and wisdom. It's a lesson that Marcus Aurelius held dear, one that he practiced every day to navigate the tumultuous waters of his life as a Roman emperor. If you think you've had your aha moment already, just wait. Lessons 5 and 6 is where everything clicks into place. Second lesson from Marcus Aurelius, the Dichotomy of Control. Man is not worried by real problems, so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems, Marcus Aurelius wisely stated. And at the heart of this observation lies the understanding of the dichotomy of control. This Stoic principle is simple yet profound. Some things are within our control and some things are not. The key to a life of tranquility and effective action lies in understanding this division and focusing our energy where it truly counts, on things within our realm of control. Too often our thoughts get entangled in the web of external circumstances, social judgments, and unpredictable events. We find ourselves anxious over things that are beyond our control, like the weather, the actions of others, or the outcome of a political event. But the Stoic wisdom teaches us that worrying about such things is a futile exercise. draining us of the mental energy that could be better used elsewhere. By understanding and accepting the dichotomy of control, we start to free our mind from unnecessary burdens. We begin to realize that our emotional well-being doesn't have to be at the mercy of external circumstances. Rather, it's something that can be cultivated from within by focusing on our own actions, responses, and attitudes. In practical terms, this means directing our attention towards things like integrity, effort, and kindness, rather than obsessing over outcomes that we can't single-handedly dictate. Think of it as a mental filter. Each time you're faced with a decision, a problem, or even an emotional reaction, ask yourself, is this within my control? If it is, then it's something worth your time and mental energy. If it isn't, then it's time to let go and refocus on what truly matters. This practice trains you to let go of the inconsequential and focus your energy on impactful actions, thereby leading to a more productive and stress-free life. Understanding the dichotomy of control is liberating. It empowers you to become the captain of your own ship, sailing smoothly through life's storms because you've learned to focus on steering your vessel rather than attempting to control the wind and waves. The result is a life led with greater purpose and less anxiety, just as the Stoics aimed for. So the next time you find yourself consumed by worry, stress, or fear, pause and ask yourself where the issue lies on the spectrum of control. You'll likely find that letting go of what you can't control frees up emotional and cognitive bandwidth, allowing you to navigate life with greater clarity and effectiveness. Lesson number 3. Avoid excessive pleasure and pain. Marcus Aurelius provides us with a timeless reminder. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. In the Stoic view, our judgment often becomes clouded when we engage in the uncontrolled pursuit of pleasure or the irrational avoidance of pain. Both extremes can distort our thinking, shift our focus away from what truly matters, and ultimately diminish our mental clarity. In modern society, the allure of pleasure is everywhere. From the dopamine rush of social media likes to the momentary highs of consumerism. While these pleasures aren't inherently evil, their excessive pursuit can easily distract us from our higher goals and responsibilities. At the same time, our aversion to experiencing any form of pain or discomfort, be it emotional, physical, or psychological, can deter us from activities that may actually be beneficial in the long run, such as hard work, exercise, or confronting difficult truths. The Stoic lesson here isn't to avoid pleasure or to seek out pain, but rather to manage our reactions to both. Stoicism teaches us the virtue of moderation. Instead of allowing the highs of pleasure and the lows of pain to dictate our actions and thoughts, we should strive for a balanced life where our decisions aren't reactive, but are rooted in rational thought. By practicing moderation in our pursuit of pleasure and our avoidance of pain, we're better positioned to make decisions that align with our values and long-term objectives. What's particularly valuable about this Stoic lesson is that it isn't just theoretical, it's immensely practical. For instance, when faced with a difficult decision, assessing our options through the lens of moderation can provide a clearer, more balanced view of the situation. It might mean having the discipline to decline an immediate pleasure for a greater, more lasting benefit. Or it could involve willingly stepping into a challenging situation because it aligns with your long-term goals, despite the short-term discomfort it might bring. By cultivating this balanced approach to pleasure and pain, you'll find that your thoughts become less clouded by emotional extremes. Your decisions will start to reflect a well-considered evaluation of the options before you, rather than knee-jerk reactions to momentary feelings. In essence, you'll be aligning your thoughts and actions with a deeper wisdom that transcends the fleeting ups and downs of daily life. So, as you go forward, keep Marcus Aurelius's wisdom in mind. Your happiness, and indeed your mental clarity, lies in the quality of your thoughts. By avoiding the seduction of excessive pleasure and the paralysis of undue pain, you're taking yet another significant step toward a life of Stoic wisdom and mental clarity. Lesson number 4. Reflect and meditate. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." This Stoic emperor was not only a leader but also a deep thinker who regularly engaged in the practice of reflection and meditation. His work, aptly titled Meditations, serves as an exemplar of how constant reflection can lead to unparalleled mental clarity. Reflection and meditation aren't about escaping the world, they're tools for better engagement with it. In the hustle and bustle of life, it's all too easy to get lost in the details and lose sight of the bigger picture. Whether it's work stress, relationship dynamics, or the overwhelming flow of information, we often get caught up in the noise, forgetting to take a step back to assess what really matters. This is where the Stoic practice of reflection comes in. By setting aside regular time to meditate on your actions, thoughts, and experiences, you provide yourself with a much-needed mental space to clear away the fog and see things with fresh eyes. It's akin to sweeping the leaves off a path. Each stroke of the broom makes the way clearer and more navigable. Just like Marcus Aurelius, who wrote down his reflections not for an audience but for himself, you can use this practice to question your assumptions, explore your values, and test your judgments. Consider making this a daily or weekly habit. Spend a few quiet moments contemplating the challenges you've faced, the decisions you've made, and even the emotions you've felt. This introspective process serves as a mental debugging, helping you identify thought patterns that may be clouding your judgment or actions that may be misaligned with your goals or values. As you make this a consistent practice, you'll likely find that your thoughts become clearer, your decisions more focused, and your life more aligned with the virtues of Stoicism. Reflection and meditation serve as your internal compass, continually guiding you back to a path of rationality and virtue, no matter how chaotic the world around you may become. In summary, reflection and meditation are not mere abstract concepts, but practical tools to enhance your clarity of thought. They serve as the quiet sanctuary in which your mind can regroup, reassess, and emerge more focused and clear-eyed. It's no wonder Marcus Aurelius, despite being a Roman emperor with immense responsibilities, found the time for this enriching practice. Fifth lesson: foster inner resilience. Epictetus, another prominent Stoic philosopher, reminds us that we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. This notion brings us to the crux of fostering inner resilience, a theme echoed strongly in Marcus Aurelius's teachings. To think clearly and navigate the complexities of life, inner resilience isn't merely helpful, it's essential. In a world brimming with unpredictability and challenges, your ability to stay centered significantly impacts your clarity of thought. Stoic resilience isn't about denying emotions or difficulties. Rather, it's about fortifying your mind to deal with challenges effectively. Just as a well-built fortress can withstand a siege, a resilient mind can weather life's inevitable storms without crumbling. How do you build this mental fortress? The answer lies in the consistent application of Stoic principles, starting with a thorough understanding of what is within your control and what is not, hearkening back to the dichotomy of control. Once you've mastered this, you become more adept at facing hardships without letting them cloud your judgment. Your actions become a result of deliberation rather than reactions fueled by emotion or external circumstances. Another critical aspect of inner resilience is embracing challenges as opportunities for growth. Marcus Aurelius himself viewed each difficulty as a chance to practice some virtue like patience, courage, or honesty. When you adopt this mindset, you're not just enduring difficulties, you're leveraging them to become stronger, wiser, and more virtuous. Inner resilience is like an inner sanctuary. It's the fortress that guards your mental well-being and clarity of thought. And like any sturdy structure, it is made up of multiple building blocks. We've touched on a few, but there's more to add to our understanding. One of these building blocks is self-awareness. Stoicism teaches us the value of knowing oneself deeply. This self-awareness helps you identify your strengths and weaknesses and gives you a clearer understanding of your emotional triggers. With this knowledge, you can proactively manage your emotional responses, thus contributing to your overall resilience. Another vital aspect of resilience is adaptability. Marcus Aurelius often talked about the ever-changing nature of the universe, urging us to adapt and flow with the natural order of things. "Loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight," he wrote. This adaptability not only allows you to handle unexpected situations, but also strengthens your inner resilience by removing the friction that comes with resistance to change. Let's also talk about the concept of amor fati, or the love of one's fate. This Stoic idea encourages us to not only accept, but to embrace whatever comes our way. Viewing challenges as a part of your personal narrative turns them into chapters of a story you're excited to live out, rather than unfortunate events to dread. Amor fati goes beyond mere acceptance. It's about cherishing the whole spectrum of human experience, thereby adding another layer of resilience to your character. This cultivation of inner resilience also relies on the other Stoic practices we've discussed: the avoidance of excessive pleasure and pain, regular reflection and meditation, and practicing objectivity. All these elements interlock, each strengthening the others, much like the walls and towers of a well-fortified castle. Over time, these practices compound, leading you to become not just resilient but also wise and virtuous. Remember, resilience is not a destination but a lifelong journey. Every day presents a new set of challenges and uncertainties, and each is an opportunity to practice and reinforce your inner resilience. The stronger this becomes, the clearer your thinking will be, even when facing life's most demanding situations. Marcus Aurelius, in leading an empire, faced trials we can scarcely imagine, yet his Stoic practice provided him the mental clarity to rule wisely and justly. Sixth and final lesson: the power of now. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself to focus on the present moment, famously writing, "Do not disturb yourself by picturing your life as a whole. Do not assemble in your mind the many and varied troubles which have come to you in the past and will come again in the future. But ask yourself with regard to every present difficulty, what is there in this that is unbearable and beyond endurance?" This wisdom seems more relevant today than ever. In our hyper-connected, always-on world, it's easy to become lost in a sea of distractions, anxieties, and regrets. Your mind may drift to past mistakes or future uncertainties, leaving you with a foggy mind unable to think clearly. Marcus Aurelius advises us to cut through this fog by anchoring ourselves in the present moment, the only moment we truly have control over. Practicing mindfulness and being in the now isn't merely a trendy concept. It's a pillar of Stoic philosophy. By focusing on the present, you are essentially clearing away the mental clutter that comes from ruminating on the past or worrying about the future. This focused mind is a powerful tool, capable of deep insight and rational decision-making. Focusing on the present moment doesn't mean you should abandon all thoughts of the past or future. Rather, it encourages you to deal with life's challenges as they come, one moment at a time. It's about compartmentalizing your challenges, tackling them in manageable portions, and being fully engaged with the task at hand. This mental clarity can be liberating, turning what seemed like insurmountable challenges into a series of manageable tasks. Moreover, Marcus Aurelius teaches us that embracing the power of now enhances your relationship with yourself and others. By being fully present, you become a better listener, a more thoughtful friend, and a more empathetic human being. This creates a feedback loop, where better relationships improve your emotional well-being, which in turn helps you focus even more on the present moment. The Stoics also speak about the tranquility that comes from living in accordance with nature, and what is more natural than accepting the reality of the present moment. There's a certain peace that comes with embracing things as they come, understanding that each moment offers an opportunity to practice Stoic virtues, whether it's courage, wisdom, temperance, or justice. In sum, the power of now is not just a single lesson but a lifestyle. It's a call to simplify your thoughts, narrow your focus, and deepen your appreciation for the life that's happening right now. For, as Marcus Aurelius reminds us, our lives are made up of the present and nothing else. And there we have it, 6 profound lessons from Marcus Aurelius and Stoic philosophy to help you think clearly in a chaotic world. Each of these lessons is a step on the path to a more rational, more resilient, and more virtuous life. Are you ready to take that first step? You've made it to the end of this enriching journey through the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and Stoic philosophy. As Seneca once said, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. We hope that these 6 lessons will not just enlighten you, but also inspire you to live a more present, rational, and fulfilling life. Now it's over to you. It's one thing to understand these Stoic principles, but the real magic happens when you apply them to your daily life. So, what lesson resonated with you the most? Is there a particular Stoic principle you're eager to start practicing? We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences as we're building a like-minded community of modern Stoics. Your insights could be the inspiration someone else needs, so don't hesitate to share. Hit the like button if you found value in this video, and consider subscribing for more Stoic wisdom, practices, and strategies to navigate life's complexities. Remember, we're all in this journey together, learning, growing, and striving for a life well lived in accordance with Stoic virtues. So let's walk this path of Stoic clarity and resilience as a community.